What's up? Your boy Aldarius here, Adam Hall, 38 Dad Life, 38 paddleboard deliveries. Thank you for joining me today. Out on a bike ride on my Kona new bike. Got off Facebook Marketplace. Very thankful to have a new bike. Today, I am going to be talking about young men going through divorce and moving on. Also, ignoring red flags as you are a young man in the dating market, what to avoid, and the red flags you should never ignore. So buckle in. You're gonna go for a ride. Hope the audio sounds good for everybody. Please like, share, and comment if you find this information useful and helpful. I want to talk about men's issues, specifically young men's issues, so that we can all share our experiences and learn from one another and be the best young, godly men and fathers that we can possibly be. So thank you. So, marriage as a young man can be very, very scary, especially if you're not planning on, especially if you weren't planning on it. My marriage story all happened within, and becoming a father, all happened within 1 year. In January 2017, I met the mother of my child at a restaurant, sitting at the bar. Red flag. She is a hairdresser, owns a salon. Another red flag. And she had, at the time, blue hair. Another red flag. I was 24 years old at the time, just willing to pounce on anything that gave me attention. I met this girl initially on Tinder, and we just followed each other on social media for about 2 years before we actually met up. And she told me that she would always watch my Snapchats and how retarded I was and how cute Wilson was. Still is. He's a cute poos. So we met up at a restaurant. Sushi, talked with the bartender, James. Hit it off, got off all hot and heavy, going all the way, rounding first, second, and third base all the way home on the first night that I met her, which is another red flag. I ignored all the red flags because I did not care. I did not care that she had blue hair. I didn't think there was any problem with her owning a hair salon. I just did not care. I was, at 24 years old, I was a heathen. I was living just a hedonistic lifestyle that nothing good would come out of, except for my son. I am so thankful that he came out of our situation there. It's such a blessing. So we dated for 2 months before we found out that she was pregnant. Me being a terrible person and a heathen at age 24, I did not want to have our baby boy. I was trying to suggest to her that we should go the other route, the baby deletion route, because I wasn't ready to become a father. And that is something that I think about often, is how much of a terrible person I was at age 24, and I was okay with baby deletion. Things for me have drastically changed now. I have a totally opposite viewpoint on baby deletion, and I do not think it should be legal. But at the time, I made the excuse that I'm 24 years old. I'd only known this woman for 3 months. She's already pregnant. I don't have a career. I'm This is my first serious relationship, my very first long-term relationship, and it had only been like 2.5 months or something like that. So I did not want to become a father. And now she was adamant. She was like, no, we are having this baby. I'm gonna have this baby, which I am forever grateful for her wanting to do that. Fatherhood, especially as a young father, has been the greatest thing that has ever happened in my life. I'm so thankful to have this experience of being a young father. So thankful. Found out we were pregnant in March, and we got married in July and moved in, and then we had our baby boy in November. I am so thankful. So young men, I know if you're going through a divorce, which about 50% of married men do, you see the bright side of it. There is a bright side of it. You gotta walk through a few dozen piles of SHIT. Your life will come back together, and you will move forward in a positive direction. And sadly, a lot of the times, the direction your spouse goes is in the opposite direction. The goal for you is to stay out of her chaos. You build your new life with peace and clarity. Her life seems to continue to devolve into a chaotic environment that is never ending, and she will want to suck you back into her chaos, even though you're not married. That ship has sailed. You have moved on. So move on with your head held high, and do the best you can, especially for your kids. The thing about this process of going through separation and divorce is it's lonely. Now, I don't think anybody should jump into a new relationship. What you should do is spend time figuring things out for yourself, growing your faith in God. God, why did this happen? Well, it's part of God's plan for you. You're not alone. I know it sucks, but one step at a time, and you will get past it, and things will get better. All in God's plan. Just like God's plan involved finding me and my kids the most wonderful house that I could possibly be in, that is 0.3 miles down the street from our old house. This is the ultimate blessing, and I am forever thankful for that. Don't give up, men. Don't drink yourself into oblivion. Don't drink yourself into oblivion every night because you're sad or you're lonely. Don't blow all your money on weed, smoking yourself until you get to weed coma, and then you're just useless. A useless retard that is STONED and just DRUNK all the time. Don't do that. And don't be the bummer divorce guy either. You got a lot to live for, man. So, I know it sucks, but it will turn pleasant eventually, and do the best you can, and don't give in to her chaos. Find your peace and keep your peace, and don't allow any free real estate in your head for your ex. She does not live in your thoughts, with your feelings, or in your emotions anymore. Purge everything from that you collected during the time of your marriage. If you have a shirt that reminds you of her, or she got it for you, it might be best to just donate that shirt. You want to get rid of as many items that remind you of your old life as possible, so that you'll have more clarity moving on with your life. Just like this bike here I'm riding. This bike is my bike. My old bike was given to me by my ex. She had a men's 27-inch mountain bike when we got together and got married. And I'm like, hey, honey, why do you have this men's bike? It's a nice bike. It looks brand new. She just had it sitting in her living room. I'm like, why do you have a men's bike? She said, oh, well, my previous relationship, I bought so-and-so this bike. And then when we broke up, he left it here. So congratulations. Now it's your bike. And there's nothing wrong with the bike. I like the bike. It's a Kona. It's like a $600 bike, new from a bike shop. So it's not like super duper cool, but it's all right and it gets the job done. I like riding bikes, and every time I rode that bike, I thought of her previous relationship and her past, which, from what I can tell, was colorful, very colorful past. And every time I rode that bike, I didn't think happy thoughts. I would think, man, this is a nice bike and I like riding bikes, but this bike was not intended for me. I just ended up with this bike. This bike isn't yours, it's just yours right now. And isn't that so familiar with modern women? She's not yours, just your turn. And it was my turn with that bike. And that bike was mine for 6 good years and 8 total years of nonstop chaos and drama and anxiety. Thank God for the freedom. I am getting rid of that bike. Now, a couple weeks ago, I found this blue, nicer Kona. I wasn't in the market for a bike, but I saw it for sale for a really good deal, and I said, you know what? I want that bike. And I'm gonna sell my old bike because that old bike was not intended for me and it's part of my old life. So I'm gonna sell it, move on, and enjoy this new bike that I have because I bought it from a guy named Adam. My name is Adam, so that's a green flag right there. The bike is blue, and one of the bikes I had as a kid, it was blue. So that's another green flag. As soon as I met the owner and as soon as I saw the bike, I said, this bike was made for me. I don't need to blow $1,200 on a brand new bike, but this bike is a $1,200 bike and I'm getting it for the fraction of what it cost new. It's a couple of years old. It's in good shape. It's got some scratches. It's got character. It was meant for me. So brothers, please find a way to find happiness on a daily basis going through the SHIT storm that is separation and divorce. Get rid of the stuff that puts you in a bad mindset and thinks of the past. The past, thinking of the past will not solve your problems of the future. So stay in the future. Stay faithful to God. Be the best husband you can be. Don't drink. Don't smoke. Make an effort to get out and do something fun for yourself. And work hard and never look back. And please do not ignore red flags. Watch out for the red flags. Don't jump into a new stinking relationship and get yourself stuck in the same situation that you found yourself in. This thing on. Selfie stick. And please do not ignore red flags. Watch out for the red flags. Don't jump into a new stinking relationship and get yourself stuck in the same situation that you found yourself in. Meeting a girl, dating her, getting her pregnant, becoming her husband, being a father, which is fantastic, but it'd be better if the other party involved would do a good job. Not have to do everything yourself. Don't be a simp. A woman isn't better than you. You have value. And don't give your time and energy to someone who just straight up doesn't deserve it. You deserve all that. So use it, keep it for yourself, God, and your children. I hope you found this video useful and insightful. Thank you for going on our ride today in the state forest. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Help me grow this channel and help other men, young fathers who are going through these kind of shenanigans of divorce recovery, separation. If we band together, we will be stronger, we will not feel alone, and we will all get through each individual situation that we all have. Thank you guys for everybody for watching, and until next time, I will see you later, alligator, and after a while, crocodile. Hold fast, stay hard. Peace. Oh.